power-sharing agreement has been signed in Yemen. Now, it is between the Yemeni government and southern separatists. This is to do with Aden, the southern parts of the country. A deal brokered by Saudi Arabia. It is aimed at ending a power struggle in the south. The Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman says it is a step towards a political solution to end the war in Yemen. Now, this is something that had opened up essentially a new front in the Yemen war, which has been going on for years already. And as we mentioned, it did pit allies against each other, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. So this is called the Riyadh Agreement, and we're going to take you through some of the details now. It has been brokered by Saudi Arabia during weeks of negotiations aimed at sharing power between President Rabu Mansour Hadi's government and the Southern Transitional Council, the STC.
What is the United States doing with the terrorist organizations, the YPG and PYD? They were also carrying out patrols with them. They were supposed to withdraw. How can we explain America holding patrols with the terrorist organizations in this region, even though they made the decision to withdraw? This is not in our agreement.
Ankara struck two separate deals with Washington and Moscow last month. Turkey said it would end its military offensive in northeast Syria if the Kurdish-led forces pulled out altogether. Erdogan said he was still undecided about meeting the US president in Washington later this month and will wait until they speak on the phone before he makes a decision. Meanwhile, Syrian Kurds have been protesting near the border city of Kobane as Turkish and Russian troops carried out another joint patrol.
All in all, it was a productive whistle-stop stay in Bangkok for President Moon Jae-in. Watchers say the president's most notable achievement in Thailand was creating the momentum for fresh talks between South Korea and Japan by meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
President Moon Jae-in returned home Tuesday after wrapping up his three-day trip to Thailand, where he attended the ASEAN +3 and related regional forums. One of President Moon's biggest achievements during his stay, rekindling the possibility of improving South Korea-Japan ties after months of tension centered around trade and their shared history. In Bangkok on Monday, President Moon held an unplanned 11-minute-long discussion with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, their first official sit-down in 13 months. He proposed high-level dialogue as an option, possibly implying the annual trilateral summit involving China that's scheduled for December.
A U.S. appeals court has ordered President Donald Trump to hand over 8 years' worth of tax returns to New York prosecutors. The ruling allows prosecutors to enforce a subpoena for the documents from Trump's accounting firm. Trump has tried to prevent the release of his tax information as part of an investigation into alleged pre-election payoffs.
They need his tax returns because there may be criminal activities, particularly associated with the payoff to Stormy Daniels and other issues connected with his involvement with New York, possible real estate issues and so on, that would be revealed by the tax returns. As you know, the trial court cleared the way to have those tax returns delivered and said that they cannot interfere with a subpoena from the New York district attorney.
Alarm bells are being raised over the risk of infectious disease outbreaks in some Toronto schools. CBC News has found that more than 10% of students have exemptions from being vaccinated at 12 alternative schools. Some are elementary schools, others are high schools. All are publicly funded. Rebecca Stonham's daughter fell gravely ill with a preventable illness, whooping cough, also known as pertussis, just days before she was scheduled to be vaccinated. Luckily, she made a full recovery. Police are investigating after a group of stunt drivers stopped traffic on a major Ontario highway. In video posted online, a driver is seen doing donuts in the middle of the road. The video also shows a long line of stopped traffic, as well as several onlookers recording the stunt. The incident happened on Highway 409 near Pearson International Airport.
Girate un attimo come faccia di qua.
Sì.
Un attimo. No.
Ok, dai.
Bolletto. Bello bolletto.
Noi siamo appunto volontari, io ho finito di lavorare un'ora fa e mi sono tolto i vestiti, mi metto la mutastagna e mi butto in acqua. Fine, per quanto possa essere un attimo di follia, sì, abbiamo tirato su circa 500 kg la prima volta e altri 700 la volta successiva, qui parliamo veramente di tonnellate di cose, d'altronde un copertone pieno.
Microsoft has experimented with a 4-day work week in Japan to see if it improves workers' productivity. And the results are rather remarkable.
And it was overwhelmingly positive. Productivity increased by about 40%. Employee sick days and power costs both fell by about a quarter. There was 60% less materials printed out, apparently. And about 90% of employees said they enjoyed it, which is perhaps unsurprising given that they were getting paid for 5 days but only working 4. But this was run in Japan, which is a country with extremely strong work ethic.
Now, it wasn't just about reducing the hours, was it?
No, they ran several experiments. Another one was to reduce the length of meeting times from 1 hour down to 30 minutes and limit the number of attendees to 5 people, which was apparently also a success. But broadly speaking, Microsoft was looking for win-win situations. So how can a company's performance improve through increased productivity at the same time as improving their health and happiness?
Thank you.